Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, March 13th. This is Matt. I am over at milestonecapitalgrowthportfolio.com, and I want to take a look at a bunch of stocks today, but a couple of reminders for the upcoming week. We have our part two of options training taking place tomorrow night in the chat room at about 7:30, I believe. It'll be on the newsletter this evening. Also, Thursday, we will host another charting roundtable. Ray will be in charge of that, and we will be going over many different items regarding charts and any questions you have, different setups, and so on and so forth. So make sure you're there. Also, I will be live this week, pre-market, and during the first hour or so to go over how the market's doing, what we can get into, what we can get out of, and potential trade setups for the week. Okay. If you're not a member, it's $500 for a lifetime, and the information you receive will definitely benefit you, that's for sure. So we hope you join up. May 1st, the price will be increased to $7.50. So now's your chance. Now's your chance. We hope to see you there. All right, let's take a look at Netflix. We're going to look at 3 time frames on this group of stocks. And the 3 time frames that we're going to take a look at is going to be a daily right here, a weekly here, a monthly here. Let's start with Netflix. Netflix, we said, all right, it fills a gap, and it fills a gap. So it came down beautifully. Now it is very oversold on the daily. Okay, if you notice your relative strength index is slowly climbing, that means the buyers are starting to come in here a little bit. Even though it's still going down, there is some protection starting to take place. So the recognition of an oversold position is here. Okay, but it did drop $8, and it did break the 200-day moving average. Okay, and it's sitting right now right in this support area. Okay, if this support area continues to fail, okay, we're going to come down to the next support area, which is right around, we're going to use this cluster here, and it's going to be right around 316, so another $10. If we bounce and regain the 200-day moving average, we can move up to the middle Bollinger Band, or this double top right here, 354. Taking a look at the weekly, same thing. We're at the support level, and the 50-day moving average is sitting right here, and I want you to take note of that because I believe this is going to be your first support for the bounce. It could be 319, okay, is going to be that support level, sitting right here in the 50-day moving average on your weekly. So it's important to get all the indicators on all the time frames so you know. And on your monthly, you have 0 support. Your monthly has no support until 248, which definitely has a potential because your relative strength index is still at 67 area, 6704. So you have to keep an eye on this. This could come down very nicely if we get continued selling pressure over the next couple months and get down to 251. So if you're planning strategically, what you're looking for is on this next pop to go longer with some puts or a short, however you're going to play it. Stocks or options. Everything we do is regarding stocks or options. Okay, so that's Netflix. Let's take a look at PCLN. PCLN we thought was going to bounce right away, and it didn't bounce after this gap fill. Okay, because it's not. It did bounce after this gap fill, moved up beautifully, and now it's a great short. This looks like it's going to be coming a lot lower. On the daily, you have another $40 to drop to the 200-day moving average, which is a triple support here, which would be 1, 2, and then 3, if that's the case. But taking a look at the other time frames, so we know. When you can move down a lot more, your relative strength index is at 40, so you get many ways to go. But buyers are stepping in. You can see your rune starting to kick up. So any selling that's taking place, there are buyers starting to collect this. Relative strength index on your weekly is at 52. Plenty of room for more downside, though. This hammer here tells you we're going lower. It's going to break this support here, which is going to be bad, and we could get down here to the 50-day moving average. Let's get rid of this. Get down here to the 50-day moving average, which is 1048. Something very, very important that you need to take note of on the weekly is you are under the middle Bollinger Band. Okay, you are under that now, so it's going to act as resistance. You are under it on the daily. Okay, on the daily, if you notice, that's The middle Bollinger Band has been your bounce potential. Okay? That's acting as resistance. So anytime you bounce, you move up to the middle Bollinger Band and you crank back down again, which is your 20-day moving average. So taking a look at the monthly is still at 74. Okay? That's very overbought. My target here has been down here at the middle Bollinger Band, okay, which is at 899. So you're looking at a 200-point drop still from here. So keep an eye on PCLN, again, a couple months out on the next pop would be a recommended area to start getting puts again. So you can keep trading this. Our next stock that I want to take a look at, move this over here, is going to be Amazon. All right, Amazon, something a little bit different here. Your relative strength index is very oversold, okay? Your gap is full. Well, what we need now, here's your first gap right here. What we need now is, now that it's full, is a reversal, okay? Because your daily is 26 for your relative strength index. Your weekly is at 21, okay? Your middle Bollinger Band support is going to be at 300 for Amazon. So if we don't bounce tomorrow, or if we get a quick sell-off tomorrow, then understand that your middle Bollinger Band on your monthly is going to be your support right around 300, 302 area, okay? And that should lower everything enough to get that full bounce in place. When that bounce comes into place, look for the 200-day moving average to be the top at 340, or this double top right here will be your resistance at 331. Either way, it could be a very nice trade setup, okay? If you notice, this selling candle was very large, but it didn't drop like this one, okay? There are buyers stepping in, starting to collect this for a reason. All right, so that's that one. Now let's take a look at Disney. Disney real quick. Disney's broken. We called this on Friday and said, you know, puts down here. We want it to come down and fill this gap on the daily 72. We still have another $5 to drop. I think we can get right through this 100-day moving average and break that. As you can see, we do have support here in the middle Bollinger Band, so we got to keep an eye on that at 76.33. But on the monthly, you have your double top in place and you turn to the downside now. Okay, but you do have the support here at 70.33, which is in line with our gap. Right around, well, actually a 200-day moving average, somewhere in that area. So keep an eye on Disney, up about 300% on those options right now that we were discussing, and it could go lower. All right, taking a look at one more, HLF, because it had that news Friday, everything's news driven, came up to the 50-day moving average and then faded very fast when that news came out that there's some kind of investigation going on. So where can we go? All right, the up channel, as you notice, is broken. It's in the downtrend. Everything's rolling over. Relative strength index is at 46. It was a lot higher to start the day. It was on the 88, and everything turned to the downside on this, and this is on the daily. Okay, so you can see your rune's starting to turn down. Your relative strength index crossing is heading south. Your CMF is heading down. Okay, heavy volume selling, and it's news driven. So see what happens. On the weekly, we are under the 100-day moving average, 200-day moving average, and 50-day moving average was resistance. Okay, and if you notice that your middle Bollinger Band is starting to curl to the downside, and I think after this week you're going to get your 50 starting to curl also. All right, so where could we go? Next support here is going to be at 46, and that's all we have. So look for 46 to be your next area for support. So 46 will be 100-day. After that, this thing could really, start heading south. Looking at the weekly, you can get down to this area again where this bottom is at 24. And if the selling really picks into this, then keep an eye on that area. Relative strength index on your monthly is 55, so there's plenty of room for more downside. It's 30. It's oversold on your weekly, and it's not oversold yet on your daily. So that's Herbalife, and that's a few others. So if you're not a member, make sure you join up. We have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff up and coming, and a lot of wins. Okay? And we will see you at milestonecapitalgrowthportfolio.com to make it a great year. Have a great week trading.